Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Right, it's Saturday. Saturday is the quirky day, and today we have got the ultimate quirky map. Now, the show today is going to be kind of in two sections. It's still going to follow the usual format, but the first half of the show will be showing the map in a way that you can see the map and appreciate the shape and form of the map. The second half of the show, we're going to be turning on all the graphics to show the map as the creator intended, where you'll not be able to make out the shape and form, but you'll certainly be able to appreciate the feel for the map. And so between the two, you should be good. So if you're prepared for something just a little bit unusual and don't mind just rolling with the flow for today's show, I think you're going to enjoy this one. They have knocked the ball out of the park, a ball which I pitched in the first place. There's your BonBonBingo link if you want to go and play BonBonBingo. Well, why not check off some memes? There's bound to be some memes on the Mimi show, and also a daily reminder. That's right, clicking that like button really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people and helps me grow a little bit more every single day. Thank you for that support. Today's map is Hell by Anoupou, a Merynetjerou. Yes, Anoupou keeps popping up. Again, the map as you're seeing it now and when we see the start square are shown so that you can actually see what's down there. If we turn all the clouds and the fog on, you won't see a thing. The terrain heights are good and strong, lots of flat buildable spaces, while also being a real variation of tiered effects going on there. We have some strong resources as well, lots of oil, and why not lots of oil, plenty of ore as well. The fishing, if you want to do fishing, it's not really a fishing map, but Sunset Harbour will give you those varieties. And then off to the workshop. Oh, what do we need? Well, it's a mass transit map. You will need mass transit for this one. And there's a list of requirements, including a few mods. A couple we don't normally use, like the effects module for procedural objects. Also a recommendation for the, what's it called? Advanced vehicle options you're going to want today, ideally, not necessarily. We'll be using Theme Mixer 2 with the Welcome to Hell theme mix, the Relight 3 Heat LUT. And then a list of requirements which, you know what, it doesn't matter that's a bit longer than the average because everything adds. Everything adds. And some of these things we're not going to see because I can't show everything. Please have a look at the map. The vehicle effects, that's the other mod I was trying to think of. But yes, have a look. And also there's a link there to the original Hell map, of which Hell with 3 exclamation marks is the step up from. Right, okay, now going down to ground level, we have got these, there's a couple of national roads that wind their way into the map. These are not going to be bringing any sort of traffic. Well, I mean, maybe they will bring traffic, but they certainly aren't intended to be the main route for traffic to get to the start square. I'll be showing you that. I'll be showing you how you're going to get traffic to the start square. It's fine. Certainly for playability, it's right there, okay? It's fine. The standards, of course, are high because it's Anoupou, so why wouldn't they be? There is rail on today's map. We're not really going to be focusing on the rail. We will have a glance at the rail in the second half of the show for entertainment purposes. But in terms of me showing you the routes to the rail, I don't want to do that too early because I think it's going to spoil things just a bit. Just trust me, there's rail, and this is from a creator of the map, which was railway-based, Rallywayer, or Railwayer, was it rail? It was Rallywayer, wasn't it? Which was an outstanding rail map if you really like rail. Anyway, we've got this, and then you've got, oh, look at the view, and look at all the buildable space you've got there. Look at the lava. Yes, it's a theme mix, including, oh, hang on, bounce there, sorry. When I was recording this, I had a little sneezing fit then, and my finger slipped onto the tab button, causing me to go down to the first person view. But yes, the lava theme was an inspiration that came about a long while ago now. And anyway, it's first seen on Volcano, which was my Volcano map, which was originally originally a snowfall map that I thought was just too good not to be a volcano map. Well, forget that now, because what we have here is a proper volcano map. We've got here a bridge. Anoupou can do bridges. I don't know if you can notice there, we have a pillar midway across the bridge. I don't know if that's intended or not. I really don't. It's in the island, which makes some kind of sense, but also the suspension bridge part of it, I don't know. If there's anything on the map I don't really know whether it's a mistake or not, it's that. So I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt to that, and then we'll just carry on as if that was intended. I think, because I don't know. To me, it looks like a mistake, but it's in the middle of the island, at the highest point of the island. It makes sense. If there's going to be a pillar, there would be a pillar there. I just don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. I know, no. Anyway, the dirt track goes up to that little castle thing up there, which we'll have a look at in the second half of the show. Now, if you're looking for highway connections to the start square, it's all underground. And this highway will cut in under the start square in a way that if you build a tunnel up and out, you'll have an outside connection without having to have a highway draped across the environment. I think it's a pretty cool idea. And I would, because I did exactly the same in my last map. Which means it's going to be about time for that intermission. Are you ready? Here we go. No? Yeah? Here we go now.
Are you impressed by the custom assets you see in some YouTubers' Let's Plays? Did you know some of them might be made by a mod within the game itself? Find out more with BonBonB's procedural object mod tutorial. Click the I button now.
Completely lost track of when the interval was coming then. Back to Hell by Anoupou, Merynetjerou, and no shipping routes, but we do have air routes. The air routes perfectly fine. Why wouldn't they be? And we do also have rail. I told you about the rail and underground highway. And there are a couple of, like say, the national roads just draped about here and there, if that's what you're looking to do on the map. But yes, it's going to be coming up to the time that we're going to be having a look at this with the effects on. Okay, anyway, there's your air route. Water flow, because I know you want to know about the water flow. Water flow is good and strong going through the start square. This is your river. It's wide enough, it's deep enough, it's got enough flow on it. You're going to have no real problem with this one if you're looking to do a vanilla style Let's Play. Although I doubt that you will be, because this just feels like a modder's paradise, doesn't it? Okay, are you ready? All of the settings are on. It's dark, it's gloomy. Now, I've chosen the light settings myself here. We're going to see a few feature areas now, okay? The light settings are mine. You can have this less gloomy, darker, lighter. I'm using things like relight and ultimate eye candy here. And I've also done the time of day to early evening to really make that atmosphere really pop. We've got this little castle. Ooh, it's a castle, sort of, up here. And it's been guarded by these two faceless goons with the dark heads. Very nice indeed. We've got these. These are, I don't know if these are meant to be floating. I happen to have prop snapping switched on, and these are elevated. So I'm assuming that these are meant to be. Yeah, I think these are. I think I remember reading them that these were whale skeletons. But yeah, they look amazing. They look just creepy enough to be worthwhile having floating above the environment. Then, more creepy. Sorry about the dark shadow at the bottom there. It's because my camera is so low and we are in sunset mode. I've even switched off Cube Map Replacer to have the vanilla sky here so we can get this real full dark gloominess. Anyway, that's I think that's Malekith from Skyrim. And, ooh, it's a castle. Oh no, it's a pyramid. Nicely done again. And we've got more things as well. Now, if we go around the corner here, you're going to see the Abomination. Marvel fans will know exactly who this is, and it's abominable, I tell you, but not a snowman. Yeah, I think he's gardening his lava pit. Why would you not guard your lava pit? It's definitely, it's like the glory hole, only glorious. Okay, right, you're here to see a volcano. Right, well, Anoupou has used the procedural objects mod, along with a combination of mix of themes, to produce something that is going to blow your mind. Really. Look at this. Look at this. Waiting for an explosion. There's the explosions. Yep, we have a fully active volcano thanks to the procedural objects mod and the effects module. Look at this. Is that not outstanding? We have a couple of side craters as well, which are glowing. But I think, Anoupou, you win. This is definitely a wee bit more dramatic than what I tried to do. But, of course, I'm putting it down to not having the procedural objects module back in my time. Plus, I wouldn't have been up to this. This is just next level good, this, isn't it? Next level good. Anyway, so volcano map, hell, why not? Now, these rail lines, legend, not rumour, legend has it that a ghost train, well, a train would leap off of this ramp and go over the cliff, and what was that? Is this the cliff? Or is the cliff up the other side? The cliff's up the other side. Yes, would leap off of the cliff to its death, and then for years and years to come, these ghost trains would then leap off of the cliff and then play gleefully in the air. Now, obviously this is complete rubbish because Cities Skylines trains can't leap in the air and dance, can they? Because that would just be silly. But anyway, that's where the trains from Legend would just fall to their death. Magical, huh? If only we could see such a thing in Cities Skylines. It's clearly not a thing. Anyway, right, so let's go and find that start square somewhere. It's so foggy I can't find my start square. We might have to do a little bit of camera magic and skip to that start square if we can't find it soon enough. Remember, there's a whole bunch of things I've skipped in today's show because this would go on for hours. Just load the map and have a look yourself. Now, speaking of looking, let's switch the terrain heights on, have a little look. This is, I'm not sure if this is the actual start square, but it's in the start square kind of zone. So, yeah, this is the sort of terrain you're going to be building on if you take on the map. Plenty of buildable space and some interesting areas to work around as well. Should make for a very interesting fantasy build. Or a realistic build if you want to try it. Anyway, we've got a really horrific, horrible, hell-based kind of asset of the day today. Now, where is... Oh, it's over here. It's so scary. It's so cute. It's the blue boathouse. I love this. A.k.a. Crawley Edge Boatshed by Cyber Scythe X, or Cyber Scythe 10, I guess. Now, clearly this is meant to be clipped into a proper harbour wall. We've got it floating out in the river a little bit too much, and where the harbour would be is missing. But I'll let your imaginations work for how that would work. And go and do a factoid, because factoids. Valhalla was a vast banquet hall. It had at least 540 doors and the roof made of shields. The Norse god Odin ruled over Valhalla and only allowed warriors who had died bravely to go there. Now, female spirits called Valkyries watched over the battlefields. They brought dead heroes to Valhalla, and the warriors of Valhalla ate the flesh of a boar, which was butchered every day and then magically came back to life so it could be butchered the next day as well. Now, that is environmentally friendly pork. Anyway, the Blue Boathouse, aka Crawley Edge Boatshed by Cyber Scythe X. I really like this. I just wish I'd used it on a better day than hell. Wow. I could have used it on a proper harbour edge if we had one, but hey, listen, at least we've got to see something a bit special today. Two things if you include the map. Anyway, right, so let's go and find ourselves a spot to settle the camera down. And when I do that, I'm going to turn to you and say, what do you think of today's... Oh, there's a train there. What do you think of today's map? Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? It's going to its death. What did I tell you about these trains just going off of the edge? Your vote really does count. We'll use it at the end of the month for the Viewers' Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. Hit the I button now in the top right corner of your screen, or the link in the description that takes you to the voting page where you can vote for free with a Facebook, Gmail, Apple or a Patreon account. But what do I think of today's map? Well, aesthetically, it's striking, it's memorable. It's not pretty, but aesthetic doesn't mean pretty. Could this be any more than it is for what it wants to be? And the answer is no, it couldn't. This is This is 5 stars for aesthetics of its own type. Spot on. Absolutely proud of you, Anoupou. Detailing. My only grumble on the detailing would be that pillar on the island, which I don't know if it's a mistake or not. And I always allow one minor non-game breaking mistake. And I think, yeah, we'll go with 5 stars. I can't see what more you could do. Spot on again. Gameplay potential. Right, this is where I'm going to mark it down a little bit. It's playable. Everything's set. You'll have a good game on it if you want to play it. I think it's very niche. So I'm going to go for a high 3 stars. Although, you know, it's down to taste. Hell by Anoupou Merynetjerou. I'm going to give it the seal of approval because I totally approve of what you have achieved. This is absolutely barnstormingly amazing. So amazing, I'm even going to end on these graphics rather than my normal closing credits. But it was worth it. I'm so glad you made this one. So amazing. I'm not disturbed at all. Anyway, if you're still here, use the word of the day as part of the in the comments. 20 and out elite. I've lost words. It's amazing. Thanks, Anoupou. Have a great weekend. See you tomorrow. Special show tomorrow.